not going to fulfill this other person's needs.
You, madam, are a harlot and a scoundrel.
Because I had one kid while I was still married. Like,
but what if you?
I take that back.
What if the situation turns around the other way? So you ready for your child to meet? They meet the person, and this person is a giver. So this person's buying your child lots of gifts and wanting to.
I would usually.
Do you
like,
let
you don't like if it's a birthday or some sort of holiday or something like that, okay, and they want to get them a few things or get them something, okay, but just on like a regular basis, like unless it's like Nestle's Quick or something that you can get from like, you know what I'm saying, or like Kit Kats or something like that. Like,
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
What's going on, outsiders? It's Monday night. It's 7:43. A little bit of a late start, but you already know what it is. It's the Just a Bit Outside radio show. I am your host, Kescia, and always in blue, my main man, Mark Foster, in the building.
I have no idea what that meant. Too, so no offense.
None taken. And for those who don't know, this is a very special show for us today. A very special show for me because I am an alum of Mercy High School here in Baltimore on the east side. And we have a big game this weekend. The very huge Mercy IND basketball game, or depending upon who you ask, they might say the IND Mercy basketball.
That's right. It's all exactly.
But this year is the 53rd year, 53rd game between the two schools. This is one of the biggest high school traditions in women's sport. I would like to say, yeah.
Absolutely.
You know, and it's going down out at Towson.
CQ Arena.
We love CQ Arena because we have a lot of friends from the Blast out there, so we spend a lot of time out there. And as you guys can see, we have special guests in the studio as well. To my right, I have a former mentor, friend, old basketball coach, Mariella Marion of Mercy High School. Thank you so much for coming. And also to her right is Kristen Bell. She graduated in 2007, also from Mercy, and also shot some hoops like I did. So thank you both for coming. Thank you so much for coming. How you guys doing?
We're great.
Good. All right, all right.
There you go. Can I say one thing?
Yeah.
Kate Bell.
Kate, I'm sorry.
It's all good. I just want to make sure you did.
That's the actress. I'm sorry, Kate and Bell. Right, that's the actress. Right.
Thank you.
Frozen.
Let's sing let it go, Kate. Go ahead, go for it.
I'm good. I'm sorry about that, Kate. So let's get right into the interview, you guys. Mary Ellen, let's familiarize everybody with your background and experience here in Baltimore.
Graduated from Mercy High School. Back in the 70s, went and played basketball at Loyola College. Very excited to do that. Also played volleyball. About 5 years before I got there, that's when they just started letting women into Loyola, so they were looking for people to play multiple sports. So I played 2 sports there, had a great experience. After Loyola, I taught in a Catholic elementary school for a few years, and then there was an opportunity at Mercy for a JV basketball coach, so that's kind of how I got my foot in the door. A couple of years coaching JV basketball, and then for about 28, 30 years after that, coaching varsity at Mercy.
Fantastic, fantastic. Yeah. Kate, let us know a little bit about you.
So I am a 2007 graduate at Mercy, and this is my 4th year back teaching at Mercy. I teach religion and I coordinate service and outreach. This is my 2nd year helping coach. Last year I helped coach JV, and this year I'm helping Mariella coach varsity, so glad to be back on the court.
Okay, so you graduated in 2007, right? Mm-hmm. So with it being a decade since you've graduated, I can only speak from my personal experience. It's been about a little over 20 years since I graduated from the school, and when I go up there, I'm just amazed at the changes that Mercy has gone through. You guys have done such a great job with the campus, with the faculty as well as with the students. Is there a big difference between when you went to school at Mercy and you walking through those same doors as a faculty member?
Absolutely. Just in the 4 years I've been there, there's been a lot of change. The girls ask me that a lot. Like, do you feel like this is this? I feel like it's a completely different school. I mean, I don't walk down the hallway and think, oh, that was my locker. Oh, I had this class there. I guess just viewing it from an adult lens instead of a student lens, it's different. Obviously, the structure and the values and all that is the same, but the way I view it is definitely different from this angle.
You've got to be one of the younger members of the staff there at Mercy. And how is that? You know, I know that can be a little different for you as well. I mean, I remember when I was there between 93 and 97, we did have one young, well, actually we had two, because Miss Sheridan was, yeah, she was very young, and you know, we really enjoyed our younger instructors. You know, we enjoyed kind of cutting up with them, kind of on that level, that the same. It was different from, say, a Tona Riggio or a Sister Marianne.
Exactly.
That's a good correlation. That was really good. That was really good.
It's nice to kind of more naturally fall into that mentor type of role, having been there not too far since where they are right now. And then especially now as a coach too, to be able to interact with them on that level as well, outside of just I'm the teacher, you're the student, but to be able to share my experiences and I didn't go through this too long ago. Right. Yeah, that's special.
Students are very lucky. That's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome. Mariella, back to you. You know, you've spoken about you took a break from coaching, and first I would like to ask you, why did you take that break? I mean, you were so good at it.
God bless you. God bless you. I think it was. That was also around the same time that a new leadership team was coming on board, and I felt like that they needed a younger, fresher, a different approach in regards to basketball. In regards to B&AD, kind of the similar thing. And when this opportunity came up that they were looking for a dean of students and assistant principal, I'm like, you know, I've learned change is not a bad thing. Change is a good thing.
That's fantastic.
So I jumped on it. It's been a great decision for me. I love our girls, and so I like that kind of interaction with them. And it's not always a bad thing. You know, even though you mentioned Tona Riggio, there is some discipline involved, but it's not all about discipline, right? It's about making those connections with the girls. So that was that part of it. And then coming back, I guess I missed it more than I said initially that I did. So and there's something that I felt was missing, you know, in terms of what I saw on the court. They didn't seem to be having the kind of fun that high school sports is all about. Yes, we want to win. Yes, we want to be competitive, and that stuff will run its course once you get to that point. So we're really trying to make them feel good about what they're doing, because we're working them hard. We're going 6 days a week, practice 2 hours a day. So we're trying to build the skills, build the fun, because it is high school. Right? So it hasn't been a bad decision.
During your time away, while you were, you know, watching everything going on, did you still have like a hand in anything? Were you like an advisor of any sort?
I mean, I was doing my the dean of students role. I'm still an advisor of 15 girls, which I love doing. But athletically, I was removed from it, which was good, because Nick Gill's doing a great job. Everything that he's doing with our athletic department, and it wasn't for me to. Whoever came in needed to do it on their own, right, without anybody else kind of interfering, to kind of make their own way. So yeah, I wanted to stay away.
Hey, shout out to Nick Gill too. You know, Nick Gill. Yes, we love that guy. Hey, Nick.
God, I hope he's watching.
Me too. So you stepped away for about how long?
5 years.
5 years. Okay. Now this is one of the questions that I've been waiting to ask you. You know, Mark and I always we talk a lot about basketball. We talk about the NBA. We talk a little bit about college. And one of the things that we find so interesting about the game of basketball itself is how it's evolved over the years. It's very different now from when I played. I'm pretty sure you could probably say the same thing. I mean, even in the last 5 years with the whole Steph Curry phenomenon and that whole style of play, have you had to change your coaching philosophy or perspective to accommodate these times, or do you still have your foundation?
I think it's a combination of both. Okay. I mean, I think I definitely still have the foundation. I definitely still believe in fundamentals.
Absolutely.
But I think that my approach to the high school athlete now is different than, I know they've got things going on in their life. They've got SATs to take. They've got college visits. So I'm not as crazy, let's say it that way, when they miss a practice, right? Because they've got things that are going on in their life. I might internalize it more, but
she's like,
she's seen it, right? So, I mean, I love it. I think in terms of that, I think that's been good for me, right? I mean, I'm still focused. We're all four of us, the four coaches, George, Rich, Kate, and I, we're still focused on what we're doing on the court. But it's almost like a little bit softer side. The girls may not think that, but I am. It's more mature, right? A little bit more maturity in terms of doing it, right? And understanding those kind of differences. But in terms of what we're doing, a lot of it's the same. And what we're finding is that we've got to make sure they have those fundamentals. And I think AAU is great, but I don't think there's as much teaching going on with that.
Agreed.
And instead of just kind of rolling out the ball and playing. I wish there was some more teaching that was going on, because there's so many great opportunities out there. I'm not saying all are that way, but I've seen some of that in terms of some of the girls that we've seen at school.
Agreed. Now look, I got to take a couple of minutes because I got to be honest with you guys. Our feed has just like blown up with Mercy's support. I got it out there. Yeah, I gotta give a couple of shout outs. Okay. Sally Seaback, she graduated in '97 with me. She always watches. Thank you so much. Mary Beth Lennon, thank you. Nick Gill, I knew he was.
Oh, he was watching.
I did.
I wasn't sure he was going to watch that.
Yes.
Thanks, Nick. Thanks, Mary Beth.
So everybody's has tuned in to support you guys, and I appreciate you guys tuning in. Mark, you want to pick up with the interview question?
Yeah.
Jump on in here.
Rivalry weeks are always fun. So what's the atmosphere like this week?
Yeah. Do you want to go? You want me to go? Okay. So first off,
we'll get no perspectives.
Yeah, absolutely. So from a practice way, in terms of us, it's no blue week at practice. Girls are not allowed to wear any blue. That started Saturday. Now, if they have it in their shoes, they have it in their shoes. But there's no blue week. Hence the reason why we're all in red and gray.
Yeah.
We've got a faculty staff versus varsity and JV basketball game tomorrow afternoon. Fingers crossed, weather permitting. The girls always love out of uniform days. So we've got a Maryland America out of uniform day on Wednesday. We've got a decades throwback day where they dress like their favorite decade. And then Friday, of course, is always just Mercy Spirit Day with a pep rally and just sending everybody off and getting them ready to come to the game Friday night. So we have white shirts that promote the 53rd anniversary of the game. Got all the spirit tchotchkes and the whole 9 yards working. So definitely it will build as the week goes on.
Yeah, Kate, definitely a lot of excitement. And it's not just like the basketball team, right? Because it's like the cheerleaders and the magicals, the pep squad, just like everyone gets behind this. So all of the, like she said, it's just building as the week progresses. Mercy spirit, for sure.
Yeah.
Something that I've been able to witness through Kescia is the camaraderie in the community amongst alumni and everyone else. And something that sticks with me from our time talking to Calvert Hall and Loyola's coaches for football was how people in the community would just come up to them and, you better win this game. Like, have you had anything from outside the school as far as like people?
Well, they always ask, "Are you going to win?"
Yeah.
And of course, I'm going to say yes. If I said anything else, I shouldn't be coaching, right? No, I mean, I don't think we get it to the degree that the guys give it to their coaches, but we had an alumni game on Saturday and a Father's Club game. So that was part of the week as well. I forgot to mention that. So they're always asking, how are you going to do? I know IND's good or whatever. I said, any given day. On any given day, anybody can beat anybody. So you've got to believe that. So Absolutely.
All right, you guys, we're going to take a second to pay some bills and do a few commercials. But when we come back, we'll have more with Mariella and the gang. And we got I&D in the building as well. So get ready for a little trash talk, outsiders. Don't go anywhere. Just a bit outside.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing.
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the old school Brouhaha radio show.
I'll give her a second to answer that. Oh, can I had one more question for the cards. I'm going to think the question and just pull. And do you want a specific deck or do whatever you want?
And I'm going to do the same exact thing in a minute and silently ask.
Okay. A quick read. A quick.
Just a quick.
Here you go. I'm going to do it for you. Espérate. I didn't ask it yet.
I don't think it matters.
Okay, I'm asking it now.
Stop playing.
Done. Done.
Okay, you're done.
I thought you were shuffling.
Alright.
What's that?
Okay, so 3 of swords. This is a love triangle. This is uno, dos, tres. So there's one in the middle and there's 2 on the outside. This is also the card of disappointment, broken promises, some hurtful wounds.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You asked.
Wow.
So
interesting.
One of the swords is very loyal. Oh wait.
Shut up.
That was the last thing. Let yourself receive. And then the words of the wonderful Cardi B. And clean it up. So this is that. To clean some shit up. Did you want to do this on camera? Okay.
You didn't need no contract. You didn't
always come for me.
And I'll hold my question for when we go to break.
Okay, because we are 1 minute away, but...
Join us every Tuesday at 9 p.m. for Old School Brouhaha radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live united. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt, I live it.
Give, advocate, volunteer, live united. Go to liveunited.org. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
My name is Meera Batra. I have been in this country 32 years, and this is how I live united. America has always been the land of promise, and in my community, many families have come for a better life. Coming from another culture myself, I know the desire to become part of a community, to feel at home, and to gain the tools for our children and families to succeed. So I advocate for these families.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I think we just found out Mike's alive. Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show at BeExposedRadio.com. Checking us out on Facebook, on YouTube, Periscope, Google Play, Podcasts, Google or Apple Podcasts. See, we mess up too.
TuneIn Radio Loyalty.
All of them. Wherever podcasts are found, you'll find us. We're sitting here with Coach Mary Ella and Kate Bell.
Yeah.
See? Better than you are.
Very good.
Thank you. Thank you, Mark.
About the IND Mercy game, and just found out a little bit of trivia. There's been one double overtime game in this. Well, actually, you said the series is going how long?
53 years. This is the 53rd year.
Same as the Super Bowl.
Same as Super Bowl.
Yep.
Right.
And one double overtime game.
Yep.
What kind of experience was that like, Kate?
Wild. So this was my junior year, and it was a close game the whole time. And it was a scenario at the end where you sub in someone to play defense and then someone else to play offense. So I came off the bench to hit the shot that tied it to make it go into the first overtime. Then it stayed neck and neck in the same scenario. Came off the bench again to hit the shot to tie it to go into the second overtime. Unfortunately, it was a heartbreaker and we lost, but definitely really one of the most intense games I've ever played in my life in front of those thousands of fans. For sure.
Memories.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I was just about to ask you, like as we said, this is one of the biggest, high school traditions for women's sports. And if you've never been to a Mercy IND game, I mean, it is how the young people say, lit. Very lit, it doesn't, you don't stop. The action doesn't stop. Even when there's a whistle or a timeout, you still have the two sides literally shouting across from each other, cheering. The two cheerleading squads, they go at it. I mean, it's just a constant battle. Pep squad battle. I mean, the mascots are out there at half court duking it out. You know what I mean? I'm just kidding. Okay. Oh, great. You're going to get another comment from Mary Beth on that one. Oh, my goodness. But no, I mean, it's all about the spirit of competition. I mean, good, clean fun. So, I mean, I can only imagine the atmosphere going into not one, but a second overtime. I mean, how did that feel?
I mean, just as a high school kid, like college players don't even play in front of that crowd.
Right.
I think the adrenaline just gets you at a certain point, and you're just like, you just got to keep going. This is so exciting. I'm just gonna hit another shot and get a steal, and just, yeah. I mean, that's got to be a good feeling to be part of one of the most exciting games in the history of the series. Yeah, I mean, that's just awesome. That's awesome. Mariella, I'd like to take a few minutes to talk a little bit about your the basketball program at Mercy. Okay. And I've heard that you've got some pretty fantastic players. Give you a chance to highlight them as well.
Sure. I'd like to mention we've got 3 captains, 2 seniors, Sarah Kaufman, Mary Hebler, and junior Chanel Henson. They have been wonderful. Not just with what they are doing on the court during practices and games, but just what they do off the court too. They really are, I don't want to overuse the word leader, but they really are great leaders. Okay. And it's neat for me to see them not as dean of students and student, but coach and player. And the final one that I want to mention, we have a freshman point guard who she's done remarkably well this year, and I can't wait to see what's going to happen with her future-wise. Her name is Taylor Gilmore, so we are really excited about her. So Sarah, Mary, Chanel, and Taylor. I mean, we've got 12 altogether, but yeah, those 4 kind of stand out the most.
Fantastic, fantastic. And so without giving away too much for your game plan for Friday, how have you guys been, preparing for this week?
So we know that they've got some very good players. So actually, this is kind of a funny story. There was an alum that was watching them play against Pikesville on Saturday.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, Rachel Grove, who played for me, and her friend, they were there. You know Rachel, right?
Yeah, I was say, she was there doing
absolutely. So they were texting me on Saturday and let me know how the game was going. I asked them what kind of press IND was doing, talked a little bit about their players, and I had watched IND play a couple Saturdays ago. They're tall, they're talented, so I don't want to give too much up, but we're working on attacking the press. We're working on trying to take away one of their really good players in terms of how much she handles the ball and keep her from getting the ball. We're going to try and run a couple of different folks on her defensively. So yeah, we had a great practice today. I was really excited about what we did today, so it was really good.
The pressure is like really on this week. Like you said, everyone, says, are you going to win this year? you know, and you guys, you know, have been doing your regular practice, do you try to, you know, still incorporate an element of fun so it's not, you know, so much pressure on them?
Absolutely. Right, because as Kate said, most of these girls are never going to have this experience again. Even if they go play at the next level, even if they play lacrosse or soccer, they're not going to have the experience to play in front of 3,000 to 4,000 folks with this kind of noise on a bigger court, right? Than what we're used to playing on. So you want to, they get it in regards to this game, but taking a little bit of the pressure. So we'll try and get there a little bit early so they can kind of look over the facility, shoot around a little bit, look at the depth perception in regards to the basket. And just try and get them to take a breath a little bit, right? And just kind of relax a little bit. So, yeah, and then we'll see, right?
Going a little bit outside of the Big Mercy IND game, you know, just in reference to your schedule and your opponents, are there any schools that was, you know, on your schedule that you circled, like, you know, this is going to be a tough game for us, or this is going to be a challenge?
Well, you know, this is my first time being back in 5 years and being in the B conference. So, you know, we've played Mount DeSales. They were really, really strong.
Really?
We're going to be playing against Rob Long on Monday, Mount Carmel, and I hear they're doing great things, and I see their scores. So, so they're really good. We're playing Maryvale, weather permitting, on Wednesday. They're doing well. So there really isn't any. There's no easy games. Even though we're in the B conference, there are no easy games. And with the fact that we're still kind of learning one another and kind of new in terms of our new system, it's taken a little bit of time, but give us a little bit of time, we're going to be right back up there.
Oh, I have no doubt.
Absolutely.
I have no doubt. You know, I know IND has won the big game, what, the past
5 years.
I'm about to say 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. But we're still winning, just to let you know. 30 to 22.
Thank you. Just so you know, Mercy Magic all day long.
Absolutely.
You know, get back.
That game runs in cycles, right?
It does. Yes,
it happens to be an IND cycle right now. So we're going to be working on changing that to the Mercy cycle.
Absolutely, absolutely. All right, Kate, to kind of end up this little segment a little bit, have you been doing do you plan on doing anything different this week to incorporate a little more fun with your students?
Absolutely. I think all my students know this is my favorite Mercy tradition. So they know that I'm invested. I mentioned that we're going to have a quiz later this week, and they're like, don't you have to worry about coaching? Aren't you going to be, how are you going to grade it? It's going to be fine. Don't worry. We got to get it done.
And I'm pretty sure, you know, they know that you're a former player, so, you know, they know how much that means to you.
Yeah, and I'm sure well, weather permitting, I'm sure a bunch of them will be out to see the faculty staff game tomorrow against the students.
Oh, please, before we end the segment, give me info about the faculty staff game.
Yeah, so faculty staff against the varsity and JV basketball teams. So we're going to play 3:15 tomorrow, unless we decide to close early because of the weather. Weather's coming, and that's always fun. The kids always like to see us out there on the court, you know, shooting some shots, making some air balls, you know, hopefully being able to run up and down the court, you know. It's all good fun.
All right.
Good fun.
All right, you guys, we're going to go to commercial, and when we come back, we got Coach Rob out there with an entire squad. I don't know how I'm going to fit everybody in here, but we're going to work it out. But don't go anywhere. We got more trash talk on the way, just a bit outside.
Exchange radio show every Friday 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. every Saturday 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artist, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out.
Exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously, because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now, like you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular. It's getting that person money. It's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. Right. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio Show.
We're rewarding you for something you already do, listening to us. It's Radio Loyalty, and it's an easy way for you to get free stuff. All you do is sign up. Go ahead and click the banner now. You'll earn points as you listen. Points you can trade in for great products and services in the Radio Loyalty store. You can earn even more points when you share your favorite station with friends on Facebook and Twitter. Radio Loyalty. It's free to sign up, so click the banner to join now.
You are now listening to Just a Bit Outside, the sports radio show at BeExposedRadio.com. Come join us every Monday night from 8 to 10 p.m. on YouTube, Facebook, or BeExposedRadio.com.
So we had a lot of things going on.
Mother's Day, Major League Baseball, pink bats, pink outfits.
Yeah. They certainly did the mothers good. They don't show them justice. Like Jimmy said, the pink bats, cleats, all types of pink highlights in the major leagues. The Orioles were swept by the Kansas City Royals.
Wah, wah.
The Kansas City Royals. Thank you, Eric. Kansas City Royals is they're like one of the worst teams in the major leagues
baseball
right now. Yeah, so that was a little tough.
Yeah, so the Orioles no longer have the top record. It belongs to the Washington Nationals now.
Yeah, so that was tough. So hopefully they'll get back on track with the next series. Maryland, we got some local sports, collegiate to report. The Maryland lacrosse. Let's shout out the Maryland lacrosse team. They are in the NCAA tournament, and
Hey, this is Mark, just a bit outside on BeExposedRadio.com. Listen to us every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on Facebook and on YouTube.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
At Athletics INDA, sorry.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, BeExposedRadio.com. You're on Facebook, on YouTube, Periscope. You know where to catch us, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast. As you can tell, we've been joined by a new group of people. Returning guest, Jana. Welcome.
Hey.
And I know there's a reason you're here.
There is.
Freddie?
Yes, sir.
You are the coach and AD?
I'm not a coach.
Oh, not the coach. Okay.
I do coach lacrosse, though.
Okay.
So all Locks players. Let's go.
Who have you brought with you?
So I brought with me senior LaShira Williams and junior Anaya Russell.
What are your positions, ladies?
Oh, I'm a stand and forward.
I'm a guard. I play all three positions.
All three?
Yeah, shooting guard, and other guard. 3 guard.
And junior?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Obviously a big game this week. I'm going to get your opinion in a second, but as students, as players, what's the week like for you with the big rivalry game?
Fun. It's a scary week, and during the big game, it's like nervous. Like we're all nervous.
Is there more of a focus on this game, or obviously it's a rivalry, but is there more pressure?
I mean, I don't feel like it's pressure. I just feel like it's a big venue, and we're not really used to playing in big venues like that, so it brings nervousness. But of course, we're ready. But the focus for this week, it has been fun because right now we're doing Spirit Week. Like today was Pajama Day. Tomorrow we get to dress like any of our teachers or whatever. But overall, it's good, and we're ready for Friday.
we didn't get that day. You didn't get to dress like a teacher.
Everyone's coming like me tomorrow. It's the only, or our PE teacher. It's sweats and.
Freddie, for you, what's this week like? From what I understand, it's your first year.
This is my first big game. I am beyond excited to kind of participate in this event. Obviously, it means a lot to our city and to our conference to host an event like this, so to be a part of it is amazing. The week for me is very hectic. While they're having fun, we are planning that fun and making sure that the girls stay pumped up, and also that, you know, we kind of go out and support IND the best that we possibly can. Besides this radio appearance, we're doing things with different schools. I'll be at Immaculate Heart of Mary on Friday morning with Mercy as well. Oh, wow. We do a big pep rally with those kids, so they kind of get to pick sides, and it's just about getting a big look at girls athletics. It's an honor to be a part of this rivalry, and it's an honor to be a part of the biggest girls sporting event in the entire country. Most young athletes don't get to experience something like this, and so it's great for us, and it's great for our kids, and we're just happy to be there, and to happy for Towson for hosting it as well.
Yeah, the arena is spectacular.
It's amazing.
Have you been to the arena, CQ?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Can I actually sidestep back into what you said? No, there's nothing crazy, and I don't want to get you off track, but actually the IND Mercy game, because it is the IND Mercy game, just to make it clear. But I digress. Actually, it is listed, I think it's like the 100 top things to do in Maryland.
Absolutely, yeah.
According to the Sun or something.
If you ever look at those things, they list out for Baltimore, and this is, I mean, this event is just incredible. You're talking about upwards of 4,000 fans packed into SECU Arena. You've got people back from the class of God knows when, all the way up to kids that are future, hopefully, Penguins. And so just to be able to gather, and frankly, again, our big thing is we know we're both girls' schools. To be able to support an athletic event that highlights just the girls is amazing. You know, especially for these kids, this is like a Super Bowl for them. So be able to have that is not many schools can say that. And you know, if you're looking for a high school, IND is the way to go.
No shameless plugs.
That's right.
No shame.
I'm just gonna get you in the camera. All right.
And that's one of the things here at Just a Bit Outside Radio Show, especially with Kescia leading the charge. We love highlighting women's sports across the board. Obviously with the high school sports, her background, all the way up to the pros, WNBA, everything. But like we said, it's your first year as AD. Is there something that you're focusing in on particular as you are in this role that you were trying to make your own, or?
Well, this first year, you know, I came in very ambitious, and I still am. This first year is about establishing what it means to be a Penguin across all of our sports. We're really trying hard to make sure that every single athletic team that we have at IND feels supported, feels important, feels like they're getting everything that they need to be successful. We have a new emphasis on recruiting our athletes, trying to get girls that want to be at IND, not just for the great academics, but also to be a part of our sports teams. The last couple of years, we've been able to partner with some great facilities. Our soccer, lacrosse, field hockey teams play over at DuBurns, Copper Mine DuBurns, on that beautiful turf right by the water. Obviously, we got the historic Knott Gymnasium for our basketball and volleyball teams. So and our badminton team, actually. So we're just really trying to put IND on the map again, athletically. And being a part of that, I can't ask for a better first stop on my athletic director tour. The girls have been fantastic, and they've really responded to kind of just a little bit more focus on what they're doing athletically. Over the years, our next steps will just be to continue to grow, to build our developmental JV programs and strengthen our varsity programs, bring in some of the best coaches we can, and then continue to just build within the conference. We are in the best girls high school athletic conference in the entire country, in the IAAM. We've got 2 teams in the A conference, our basketball team and our swim team. Most of our teams were in the B conference, and they're doing very well. And then secretly, I'm coaching lacrosse this year as well, to be able to get back on the field and have an opportunity. It's not a secret, yeah, you're right. It's not a secret anymore. Lacrosse coach, I'll have cards. But yeah, so we're trying to build that program up as well. We've got a good core, and I really do think that can be a next IND team that gets a lot of recognition, just like these guys do right here.
Jana, as an alumni?
I'm just proud. I mean, we've had our ups and downs, and I'm 20 years removed from IND. dare I say it, on TV and on the internet to live in infamy. But I can't remember how all the years went. Like, you know, it just, you were just there. You were supportive. I'm so proud of not only you guys, but like, first of all, your entire team, but everybody that has gone through IND. It's just, I don't know. It's an overwhelming sorority-ish type of experience. And if I move somewhere else and I have a daughter, I'm coming back to send her to IND. Like, it was just that much of an experience. And you might laugh at me, you might not get it right now, but it is something that runs deep in my veins. I'm absolutely obsessed with IND. I'm so proud that I went there, and everybody that has gone before me and will come after me. And so I wish you guys the absolute best. You will kill it, like I know you will. But yeah, just a proud alum sitting here waiting to rub this pen in Kescia's face.
As you're gearing up towards the game, obviously we talked to Coach Mariella earlier. Yep. Don't give away like too much, but how are you prepping for the game?
Well, we were doing 2-a-days this. No, just kidding. We're
you've been doing what?
Yeah. Now we actually have a normal week this week. We're deep in conference play, so we will actually have 2 other games this week. We play tonight. Oh, wow. We'll play on Wednesday, A conference games, and then Friday night, obviously we have the game. So prep hasn't changed too much. It's about making sure that they're resting and they're getting what they need to get, while also getting the game plans for each game. On Wednesday, we got to travel all the way up to Bel Air to play John Carroll's school, and you know, with this impending weather and all those kinds of things. So it's just about keeping them loose and flexible, and helping them deal with the bigness of it. I know that sounds kind of silly, but they're kind of right. They don't play in Towson University's gym very often, and our gym is way smaller. So for them to be, you know, in that arena, it takes a little getting used to. So just trying to keep them calm, manage emotions, making sure that they're taking care of their health, taking care of their classwork, and doing all those good things, so that on Friday it can just be a big celebration of their accomplishments.
And their win.
And yeah, I mean, I wasn't going to say it. I like Mariella a lot, you know, but
no disrespect.
No disrespect at all. She's a fantastic coach, and Mercy is very lucky to have her back. You know, we're really supportive of her. We have a great coach too. Rob DuBois has been here about 6 years now, and he's been instrumental in bringing this program and keeping it on the rise. Coming off, of course, a B Conference championship last year, which was really nice. So we're ready to kind of get out there and stay loose and have some fun. And you know, as much as I hate to say it, you know, it's going to be a 6-peat. We do have our step team is working on a cheer. I'm not going to tell you what it is, but it includes our potential win. You know, so. But the great thing is this is a fun rivalry. It's a friendly rivalry. Absolutely. You know, we kid back and forth here and there. And Mariella's right. I think I heard her out there talking about the game going in cycles. And there was a Mercy cycle, and it's definitely an IND cycle right now. So we're proud of that. And all the kids are really excited. And one of the great things about it is that we actually have girls that this is the event that they look forward to. That's why they come to IND, to be a part of this event. So some kids, you know, they've worked their way up from the JV level all the way to Towson, and they're just ready to go on Friday. So, you guys have anything to add to that? I feel like I'm talking a lot.
Is preparation any different for you guys?
No.
Business as usual.
Music, get me ready.
Music. Okay. Well, actually, one of the things we do here at Just a Bit Outside Radio Show is our top 5, or our fave 5.
Yes.
So, what's the 5 artists you have in rotation as you're getting ready to practice and get ready for this game?
Young boy.
Okay, all right. Number 1. It'd be a Young Boy, Lil Baby, Money Jake, Tony Next to Below, and one more. Young Boy.
That's all we listen to. Can I just say, as the 20-year removed person, I have no idea who any of them are. I was waiting. I'm like, give me like a Drake. Give me like a. I got nothing.
Mark, I'm gonna give you my top 5.
Okay.
It fluctuates. Right now, Jermaine Cole. It's got to be number 1. J. Cole, number 1.
I was like, who? Oh, okay. I know the initial. Okay.
So I got to throw J. Cole. Got to throw Kendrick up there right now. Okay. Throw a classic. I'm still a Biggie girl, no matter what. When I'm getting hyped for games, Biggie and Jay-Z, and then I don't even know my fifth. I don't like anybody young.
Shout out to Money Jake.
So I'll throw for them. I'll throw Young Boy out there as number 5.
I had it till the end.
That's what all she's exposed to.
Yeah, that's all I listen to. I know more stuff now. Like, I never thought I like would be into trap music, but that's all I hear all day long. Is these guys.
I'm so confused. Yeah, I'm so confused.
Come on, what was your top 5 from back then?
Back then?
From last year.
Girl, last year. I don't want to lie to you yesterday. Last year, what was I listening to? Probably the same 5 people. The Jay-Z's, the Biggies, the
That's why they call it classics, guys.
No idea.
They're timeless forever.
Hey, I listen to classics too.
There you go.
I'm a West Coast guy, but there's nothing like Hypnotize that puts you in the mood.
Thank you. Yeah. So then newer like Biggie, that'll be your top 10, but not 5. Because we got your 5. I'm good and clear on your 5. But so can we add them in the top 10? Is like that safe? Yes.
Whoa.
She said if I had pearls,
I was like
I would clutch them.
Biggie came out.
I mean.
So what are yours?
Okay, so I listen to TLC a lot.
Okay.
Ooh, there we go.
Tupac, I love Tupac.
Hey, there you go.
I'm having trouble hearing you.
Siri's having trouble hearing you.
She don't know. I did. Just can't think of the names right now.
That's okay. That's all right. I got you. Okay. I'm good on those.
All right. So I think we covered pretty much everything as far as preparation and everything. You have the 2 players here, but are there any players that maybe weren't able to join us, or that you just want to shout out and give
sure.
ladies?
I'll give them a shout out.
Go ahead. Oh boy.
Shout out to Grace. Shout out to Nyana, Asia Petty, Twin, Shania, Janine, Sid, Sion, Maddie, Shayla. Shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
ID and JV.
Hey.
Feel me? Yeah. We wait for Friday.
And I tell you what, Mark, that's a definition of our sisterhood right there. You know,
absolutely.
This kid's she's an alright player. She's got a little bit of notice going on in the city, but as a varsity player and as a kid that's getting some good looks and things like that, to take the time to shout out her JV team just shows what we're about at IND. We truly are a program, and we truly are a family and a sisterhood, and these girls know that, and they understand that, and they respect that. These guys will be actually going to cheer the JV team on when they take on Mercy the night before. So that's a nice little tradition that we have, and we want to make sure that the JV kids have something to look up to and to work for as they're starting to build their skills and their development. So, every day, even being new, that's been one of the cool things for me, is getting to know these girls and realizing just how amazing these girls are on a regular basis. Even though they drive me nuts sometimes, but they're just good people, and I'm very proud and very honored to be a part of their lives and be a part of what they're trying to do.
Excellent. Don't go away. We still have more to IND Mercy, and we're gonna have a little trash talk session coming up.
Oh yeah,
absolutely.
So Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. We'll be right back.
Go Blue.
Woo! Good vibes.
Jacqueline.
Yes, Mom?
I wanted to talk to you about something and... Oh, wait. Hold on. I just got a text. Oh, there's another one. Wow. Busy me. So anyway...
Oh, wait, Mom. I just got a message. My friends keep commenting on my comment. Oh, there's another one. So many comments on my comment.
Oh, I can't wait to watch TV tonight. Playoffs!
Hey, guys, check out my new video game. Pew, pew. Wait. Mom, what? Huh?
What? Hold
What'd you say? Wait a second, what?
This weekend, unplug. Take your family to the forest.
There's nothing in the world like experiencing nature firsthand. Trees, paths, bluebirds, streams. Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. To find the forest nearest you, go to discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Only in the forest can you see this. But nothing beats the moment you see that. Cool! That's your child's eyes opening up to a world of possibilities.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. And you might just see this. Visit discovertheforest.org. Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Be Exposed Radio.
Well, if you made them, take care of them.
Yeah, that's
period.
The real. Right. That's the real deal.
It's period.
Right. And all that old money shouldn't go toward this, money should go to. If the child is with one of the parents 24/7, 7 days a week, you don't even come get your child every day. You come get your child once a month maybe, or once every 3 months.
Right.
You cannot dictate where that money goes, especially if the child ain't calling you about nothing. Now, if the child calling you every week, then you can question about where the child support is going. But if every time
you are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
I was going to say, you look good from outside.
Okay. What's going on, guys? We are back and just a bit outside. I'm your host, Kescia. And as you can see, I still have Mariella here, the coach from Mercy High School. We got Freddie, AD at IND, and my man, Coach Rob from IND. Coach Rob, say what's up. Give us your background.
What's up? Hey, well, this is my 5th year as a head coach at IND and 6th year overall. Only thing I gotta say, I'm a little upset about the game we had tonight, so guess I want to get it out of my system. But I do want to say I'm happy to be here. Definitely happy to be here with Mariella. I'm looking forward to coaching against her. She's a legend, and like I said, like I always say, this game is one of the best games on the East Coast, probably in the nation. I haven't seen a game. I've been up and down the East Coast. I haven't seen a game with this magnitude with people that's coming out for it. So I'm always looking forward to it.
Okay, so like I said, we got both of the head coaches here. This is a big week for both of them. I'd like for the head coaches first. What is the most difficult part of handling this week and I guess the big game in general? We'll start with you, Mariella.
I think part of it is their emotions, you know, and their feelings of being on this stage. I think the skills eventually come back to them and what we've asked them to do in regards to pregame. I think the other thing is sometimes they run so hard early on that they get really tired maybe 2 minutes into the game because they're so excited, their adrenaline is really high. So I think managing the emotions and the excitement of the game, definitely.
And what about you, Coach Rob?
I gotta agree. One of the things is trying to keep the group together, especially with this group that I have now because they're young. So it's tough to keep them together now. This big game, I don't know what to expect. I just pray that by the second or third quarter that they get their act together. so we can do what we need to do. Because right now, the way they're acting, I just hope we be prepared.
We talked a little bit earlier. The game moves in cycles, as with, the NBA, college, and we're currently on an IND cycle. And I know that you both are very interested in keeping that going, without giving too much away to the enemy sitting right here,
with my hat and my paper.
There you go. There you go.
My mic here.
Look how she's trying to pull stuff out.
How are you planning, to keep, I guess, your winning tradition going with your girls?
Well, like I said, I just want to keep them calm, keep them collected, try to stay focused on the picture, on the big thing at hand is to win the game. I want them to enjoy the atmosphere. I look forward to the girls going up at halftime, coming back down, watching the step teams go at it, watching the cheerleaders, the atmosphere and everything. I want them to enjoy the moment, but at the same time, we need to win a game. So I'm just keep telling them that over and over, like enjoy yourself, enjoy the moment, but make sure when you're on that court, you focus.
Absolutely, absolutely. So Mariella, this is your first year back, and you're going to be across the court looking at Coach Rob, knowing that looking up, right? Knowing that they have this this streak going. How are you handling the pressure of not only your first game back, but trying to get to turn those tables and get it back into Mercy's favor?
We are trying to minimize mistakes.
Right.
We are trying to box out. We are trying to put the ball into the hoop, and I'm not trying to be silly in saying those things, because against a very good team like IND, we can't have a lot of mistakes.
Absolutely.
Because they're gonna take it right at us. So we've got to do everything that we can, and you can't guarantee putting the ball in the hole, right? But we've got to do all the little things that do them well, and then we'll see what happens in regards to the game.
Now, I know you said you have a freshman member on the basketball squad, Coach Rob. I believe you have one as well?
Freshman?
Yes.
I have 3 of them.
3, okay. Now, this is their first big game. Do you give those younger players, a little more instruction, a little more attention, heading into this big game, since this is going to be their first rodeo? They might not really be able to grasp how huge or how important this game is.
Number one, I'm not sure if Taylor, our guard, has been to the game before, so I'm not sure if she was there before. So I'm going to give her some guidance, but I'm hoping the captains, the 2 seniors and the junior, are going to give her some guidance as well. She's our point guard, so I may have to take the ball out of her hands a little bit early on and let one of the other guards kind of bring it down until she can get a feel for the game. But yeah, it's going to be a wait and see kind of thing. She's still going to get her playing time, but it'll be interesting to see how she responds. Coach Rob has probably seen it too. Sometimes these freshmen get into these opportunities and they're fantastic. It's like they've been in it for a number of years. So it almost depends on the player, right? It almost depends on her in regards to how she's going to handle this.
Absolutely. Coach Rob.
My thing is, with some of the leadership that we have, I have a few juniors and a couple of seniors. I think when the freshmen do get in, they can pull them together. But the only way you learn how to deal with the atmosphere is by getting out there.
Absolutely.
So I will give them the opportunity to play, and if they make mistakes, work through your mistakes. I'll pull you out and I'll put you back in. But you will get used to the atmosphere because it's something that you have to do. If we want to keep the streak alive, I need everybody to get comfortable with what they need to do on the court.
Okay, absolutely. Hey, you guys, I'm looking at the feed, and Mercy, being the social media moguls that they are, there's just
nothing going on Monday night in Baltimore. Everybody's on the social media.
Right. And they said, IND says Mariella Marion is a legend.
Has that person been drinking is what I want. What's going on in that house? It's probably Nick. It's Nick Gill. God bless him. I love it. I owe him one for that one.
So, Freddie, to bring you into the conversation a little bit, this is, these are 2 very awesome coaches, and I know that you're leaning one side, towards a little more.
I'm impartial, I know.
I got some red for it.
Now, I got to ask you, you're young, and
thank you.
I mean, you look like you're younger than me. I've been asking, like, how old is she?
33, baby.
Okay, 33. Now see, well, there you go. All right, and you know,
everyone knows 33. I don't care about telling people about him.
I love it. And you know, Nick is also, you know, very young, and you both are, you know, kind of bringing. I would like to think a contemporary, you know, a modern approach to, you know, putting the schools out there, putting your programs out there. Have you contacted Nick Gill for any trash talk, or do we have any friendly wagers going on this week?
You know, Nick
look at Ron's face.
I haven't talked to Nick.
I was gonna say, you guys have talked to Nick. I actually talked to Nick quite a bit. You know, mostly just to tell me what to do. I figured this week would be very. I'm the student this week.
Okay.
We'll start the trash talk next week or next year when I got a little bit under my belt. We'll be hosting next year, so it'll be a little bit more in my court. And Nick and I have talked about some things moving forward to kind of spice it up a little bit more. Social media. Obviously, he's a king at that. So I'm just trying to get on his level for IND to kind of get with that more social media stuff. So we've got some things in the work for the future. But Nick has been great. He's been great for me as being a new AD to kind of talk through just not even the big game stuff, just anything
in general.
Which again, you know, I can't say enough good things about our conference and especially the leadership in our conference. 31 schools, 31 amazing ADs that are always there to help whatever you need. And for me, it just kind of makes me even more happy at the job I have. I tell these guys all the time, I can't believe it. Like, they pay me money to talk about sports all day. It's amazing.
Great?
Like, oh my gosh. So, you know, we're just happy to be there, and Nick's a great guy, and so hopefully he'll be extra nice to me this week and not worry so much.
And if I can just add, when I was in the role of AD, we have great relationship with IND and their athletic directors, going back to Linda King, Amy Connolly, Mike McEwen, and I know I'm missing some. Always, we're both competitive people, but we know how important this game is to both of our schools. So, you know, in terms of making this the event that it is, you know, we're competitive, but we have a great relationship with each school. And I think it's awesome.
That's fantastic. You guys, look, this is just about all the time that we have for the Mercy and IND crew. So we're about to take a quick commercial break, and while we're offline, I'm going to see if I can get a friendly wager going at this table right here. Because, you know, I'm a fierce competitor, you know, and I'm feeling pretty good about Mercy's chances on Friday. So you guys, somebody give the information for Friday's game.
So we're going to be Towson University, 7:30 tip-off time. Get there early.
Yeah.
There's going to be a lot of events happening. We got step performing, we got cheer performing, giveaways, t-shirts, everything. So we're really hoping to see everybody there Friday night, 7:30 at Towson.
All right, you guys, there it is. If you ain't there, then you square. So get in the building. Mercy IND, Mariella, Freddie, Rob, thank you guys so much for taking time out of your busy schedule to come here. This means so much to us and the city of Baltimore. You guys don't go anywhere. We got 2 more guests for y'all. So take a quick break, just a bit outside.
All right.
Great job, you guys. It's fun.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is. Because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Take a minute and listen to this flashback of the Artist Exchange radio show.
Any trouble, because I get into any trouble, but I had a problem that this then became a discussion at that workplace environment. Now, the discussion was I should have been more sensitive. In what way was my first response? And I guess when I had to meet with that said person who had the issue with the person who was said leader of that organization. I said, well, to that person, how would I have known that? Well, you should have asked.
I think, so, You want my opinion?
It was a circle, and I was willing to go on that merry-go-round.
You are better than most.
Yeah.
I think that's normal when you're in a group and there's norming. Most of the time when you're in new work environments or you're in a space where you're getting to know people, it's normal now to ask for people's preferred pronouns. You wouldn't have known that.
Normal to who? What is normal?
Well, you work in social... You
but
work
I don't
in social
feel the
innovation
need to give
and
my pronouns, so it's not normal to me.
You don't, but I think because I feel like the person was probably offended because they felt like you were not honoring whoever they are, right? But you wouldn't have known that.
Still to this moment, I don't know what their pronouns are. So in that whole circle, we still don't know. So I'll go as far as saying I perceived it to be a she.
Perceive them to be a she.
Them.
Yeah.
Her, him, they,
them. It seems like they, them would be the easiest one on this one.
Join us every Monday and Friday at 2 p.m. for the Artist Exchange radio show, only on BeExposedRadio.com.
Whoa.
The moment my son saw a redwood tree.
It's huge!
Is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
Join the club that gives you stuff.
Hey, thanks!
Radio Loyalty.
Here's how it works.
Just click on the Radio Loyalty banner right now and sign up. Then, you keep on listening like you already do. But now you earn points. Those points add up, and you can trade them in for stuff in the Radio Loyalty store. Earn more points by sharing your station with friends on Facebook and Twitter, answering surveys, and by using the apps in the New Players App Store. Pretty simple, right?
Radio Loyalty.
Click that banner to join now.
Well, Jason, I've got to tell you, you're pretty much everything this company is looking for in an entry-level candidate.
Great.
Your resume isn't quite what we're used to, but you've got a fantastic work ethic.
Thank you.
And I'm impressed by how you carry yourself.
So, should we talk about the job?
What? The job? Oh, sorry. Yeah, I have no way of recruiting or even meeting you. This interview didn't happen.
It may sound ridiculous, and that's because it kind of is. There's a huge pool of talent your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
My name is Ruth Rusey. I'm a retired teacher. I'm 91 years old, and this is how I live United. I say retired, but not really. Once a week, I read books to children as part of United Way's education program. Reading to a child creates links between language and literacy. It creates a bond between grown-up and child. And believe it or not, it prepares them for a better academic future. Oh, we read about frogs and flies and pigs with wings, all sorts of juicy stuff. It's a joy to watch all those little faces. I figure I have the time and they have the need. And I've always believed that if we're not here to help each other, then what are we here for really? My name is Ruth Rusey. I help kids prepare to succeed in school. So I don't just wear the shirt. I
Hamilton the
it.
Pug, and Toast Meets World. These are some of the internet's most beloved pets. With millions of YouTube views, shares, Instagram likes, followers, and fans across the globe. But what do all these amazing pets have in common? Their stories started in a shelter. Start your story. Adopt a dog or cat today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org to find a shelter or adoptable pets near you. Training that pet to play the keyboard? Well, that's entirely up to you. Visit theshelterpetproject.org and hear more about Hamilton the Pug, Toast, and Keyboard Cat's amazing adoption stories. Start a story, adopt a shelter or rescue pet today. Your perfect pet is just a click away at theshelterpetproject.org.
7 p.m. to 9 p.m. Every Saturday, 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. Real artists, real talk, real live on BeExposedRadio.com. I was meeting with a friend yesterday, and I've gotten to the point where don't ask me a question because the truth is going to come out. And
exactly.
Just don't do it.
If you ain't looking for the truth, don't come to me.
Don't do it because I can't hold my tongue. And she wants to be this stylist, boutique, but you're not doing anything in that nature, and I can't take you seriously if you're not doing those things. And I understood why people didn't take me seriously because I found myself in somebody else's lane. I was good at what I was doing and what I wanted to be, but I wasn't doing it for me. So how can I ask you to take me seriously if I'm living in somebody else's shoes?
And nobody can do what you do, and I think that that's a big problem that people face now. Like, you see what somebody else is doing and you want to do that when that's not your lane.
That's not your lane.
That's not what you're supposed to be doing.
But it's popular, it's getting that person money, it's getting that person applause. Oh, I want applause. I want money. Let me stand over here behind them.
And then a lot of times people aren't honest with themselves either. Like, I was thinking earlier today, I've been woke for almost 2 days, so so you get honesty, yes. And I was thinking, like, you know,
the Artist Exchange Radio.
Hi, I'm LeVar Burton, and I'm proud to be a book person. How do I choose a book? Sometimes it's the cover, sometimes it's the title. I guess I'm pretty visual. If a book's really impressing me and the writing is really good, I will peek and see what the last paragraph is, because the endings of books should rock you. I am a book person, and if you're a book person too, read to a child and spark a lifetime of ambition. Join me at bookpeopleunite.org, because reading is fundamental. A public service announcement brought to you by Reading is Fundamental, Library of Congress, and the Ad Council.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ballin Street? Girlin Street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstopwrecks.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Join the Just a Bit Outside crew every Monday, 8 to 10 p.m. on BeExposedRadio.com.
You want to start off?
I think I'll get it out of the way on a who's not.
Okay, do it.
The Orioles.
Right.
They got swept by the Royals. They lost 4 in a row, and the last 5 games have all been decided by 1 run. The game before, or the last game that they lost before the Royals was the Nationals, and it was Weeders, of course, won with a home run.
Hit the home run.
Right. They were going into that National series. It seemed like they were doing so well, and they just crapped out. They got that game postponed, so who knows when they're going to replay that or play that game. That's my first not for the night.
Okay. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and weigh in on my who's not, and I'm going to talk about the San Diego Padres.
The Padres. That's okay. You just took my answer.
They're in last place in the NL.
You are listening to BeExposedRadio.com.
So my parents are not going to see.
Yep. Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show.
Music forward. We got music. Y'all can't hear it. All right, go ahead.
Welcome back, Just a Bit Outside Radio Show on BeExposedRadio.com. Thank you for checking us out. A little bit late tonight with some technical difficulties, but we're here and in the home stretch of the show. We had a lot of fun with everyone because there's like an entourage from IND and Mercy.
It's a 410 party in this mug tonight, boy. I'm trying to tell you.
That's how we roll.
Yeah, so we had a great time with it, and again, I have to thank both camps, Mercy and IND, for making this such an awesome show and coming through, man. Mariella, Rob, y'all are awesome. And as you can see, we have 2 very nice young ladies, that have come to join us. And what's y'all names again?
Trinae and Trinae.
That's some.
Hold on. One more again.
Trinae and Trinae.
That's like The Shining, like the twins.
Red rum. Okay, and these 2 young ladies have an amazing story. Jana, which is also a friend of theirs. Could you give us a little bit about their background and the organization that they belong to?
Okay, so I'm going to try and do my cousin some justice here.
Van, what up?
Van, I know you're watching, so I will try not to let you down. So my cousin Van actually was a student at Loyola High School, where he was accidentally, wrong hit playing football and became paralyzed. So through his years of triumph and just struggle, and he decided to build the center to help kids in Baltimore City. So it's called Safe Alternative Foundation for Education. Safe Alternative Foundation for Education. Look that up on Facebook. Follow and help them out. But basically, I know that the twins had gone through a lot of, I guess, high school preparatory stuff with Van. It's focused on, I guess, and forgive me if I say it wrong, but I guess it's introducing you guys to a lot of other different things and exposing all the kids at SAFE to things that are outside of their. What are you doing over there? He's getting ready for the to outside of Baltimore City. And I wanted to bring the twins on because it was basically, it was an IND Mercy show. Extravaganza. Not Mercy IND. It's a IND Mercy show. You know, I haven't been in the room with you all night to take you on that. But they're freshmen at IND, and I just wanted to make sure that they got the chance to say whatever it is they wanted to say, whether it was about school, it was about SAFE, about Van, or just their experience, period.
Well, first and foremost, girls, can you tell us or tell your audience how you became part of SAFE? How did you get in with Van?
So one day, my mother, she was talking to us, and she said, well, after school now, y'all going to be going to like after school program. And I was like, no, I'm not. Like, I'm not going. But then I got there, and I met Van and Miss Sharon. They helped me out a lot through middle school and my first year of high school. So.
Pretty much the
same story.
Okay. And so you guys, you said you've been in the program since middle school. You know, how has the program, I guess as you guys kind of grew up, you know, per se, how has the program changed for you? I mean, I know when you were in middle school, you were doing certain type of things that you know, aren't doing right now.
We started in the 5th grade. So 5th grade, I was not doing my best. Like, I was not focused on school. But once I started to go to Safe Alternative, and Van, he used to, like, when your report card came out, Van had to check your report card. So he used to check our report cards, and soon after, like, he saw that I wasn't doing good, he used to talk to me. So he actually, him and Miss Sharon, they actually helped me a lot, because they would tell me, high school is coming up, so you got to be prepared. So before IND, I didn't want to go to IND. I just thought I was going to call the Western, something like that. But then I told Van that I actually wanted to go to IND, because one of my friends had brought it up to me, and she was like, she goes to market sales, so she was telling me about IND. So I looked it up, did my research on it, and I actually liked the school, so I brought it to his attention, and he made it happen.
So, you know, you guys are twins. Was this like a team decision, or was she like, well, you know, I heard about this ING thing. I think you need to just come with me, and we just dynamic duo this whole thing?
No, it was like we both wanted to go, so it was like, why not? And we had made a decision where if she got into school and I didn't, I would still want her to go, and if I got into school, she would still want me to go.
Oh my God! That's awesome. Twin power.
Yeah. So, what was it that attracted IND as a school to you?
First, the big game.
Holla!
Hey.
And I just wanted to get an experience of a private school and all girls, because at first I wanted to, like 5th grade, I was focused on like Western, like I wanted to go to an all girls school. But then IND was brought to my attention. It was private and all girls school, so.
Fantastic, fantastic. So, what year are you guys in right now?
2022.
But you're in your freshman year? First year. Okay, freshman year. So what is the atmosphere been like? I mean, this is today's Monday, yeah. So this is the first day of I guess the big week.
Right. Yeah, it's a spirit week.
So what has it been like for you guys? I mean, has they really gotten into it yet, or?
It's for us, it's different because it's not just going to the big game, but being a part of it. So for this week in advisory, we have to make posters for the players. So this week is focusing on basically the big game and getting ready. And they practice a lot. They actually have games this week as well, rather than a big game. So it's a lot, but it's fun.
Yeah.
It's also exciting to see how IND works before the big game and see the things that we do leading up to it and the trash talk.
Do you guys have any friends that go to Mercy?
Yes, I do.
You do? Okay, you do have one friend, so have y'all been doing any trash talking?
No.
It's okay. It's the first one.
Right.
Once you get this one under your belt, you'll be.
Y'all plan on going to the game?
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right. I'll just tell you right now, man. It's nothing like it. The turn up, lit, all that stuff that y'all be saying. It's all out there. So, what has been one of the biggest challenge? Well, okay. All right. Let me say this. Towards the end, I guess, of your careers with SAFE, prior to coming to IND, what did they prepare you for the most as you went from, I would say, grade school to high school? I mean, was it structure, attitude,
It was everything in one. You had to better yourself because IND was way different from
Hey.
a public middle school. It was different people, different kinds of people. So you had to just be ready for everything. And Van and Miss Sharon, they made sure that we were ready for everything that was coming and all the challenges that was coming because it's a lot of challenges at IND.
What about you?
Like she said, it's a lot in one. So basically, my biggest challenge was I'm shy. I'm a shy person, so talking to people wasn't really my thing because I always have my sister. So we going into it, Van used to separate us, so we had to talk about people and stuff like that. And also, he got me prepared for the grades that was coming because I never knew that IND grades were way different from my middle school grades because a 92 is just a A. So I'm used to getting an A+ with a 92, so then I have to work even more harder in order to do good at this school. So he helped me with that.
So it sounds like the SAFE program was just a really an excellent way to get you guys not only prepared for the work itself, but prepared mentally for the next step in your schooling career, I guess. So how is Van as a person? Is he a lot of fun?
Yes.
Full of jokes?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's about right.
Typical Brooks?
It's about right. It's about right.
All right. Well, listen, you girls, thank you so much for coming on the show and talking about the SAFE program and your experience at IND. We're all going to be looking for each other at the game on Friday. Yes. So, when I see you guys out there, I'm going to be talking big trash. I'm letting you know right now, so come prepared.
Just throw stuff at her.
Right, I'm about to say with some mama jokes or something.
Just throw stuff at her.
And like I said, thank you guys for taking the time to come out. You guys, this is all the time that we have today. You know how we end the show. Baltimore, spread love, yo. Outsiders, have a great week. You want to do it? All right, paper toss. All right, look, that's the camera. Paper toss. Camera. Hold that, Andre. Go ahead. Go IND. Mercy. Y'all have a good night.
Tearless baby shampoo because it's gentle on your baby's eyes. You make sure his toys don't have any sharp edges. You always test the bathwater to make sure it's not too hot. You taught her what to do when the smoke alarm goes off. You make sure she wears a helmet when she rides her bicycle. You put on his sunscreen, even when he's embarrassed his friends will see. You do so much to keep your child safe. But are you using the right car seat for your child? Is your child facing the right way in the car seat? Is the seat too big or too small? How do you know when it's time to move your child into the next type of seat? Car crashes are a leading killer of children ages 1 to 13. Protect your child's future at every stage of life. For information on the right seat for your child, visit safercar.gov/the-right-seat. That's safercar.gov/the-right-seat.
A message from the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Having trouble finding Connor's middle school? Would you like directions?
No, why is Connor having trouble focusing in school?
Finding lowest airfare to Istanbul.
No, I'm tired of fighting with him over homework.
Home, walk, restaurant. Need a review?
No, I need help. He's very smart, but his mind wanders. He's disorganized.
I think I understand.
Oh, good.
Finding best potatoes for French fries.
No!
Russet, fingerling, Yukon Gold.
Why don't you understand me?
Sorry, I was trying to show how Connor feels every day. Frustrating, isn't it? Redirecting to understood.org.
For the 1 in 5 kids with learning and attention issues, this is what life can feel like. Explore understood.org, a free online resource about learning and attention issues, designed to help your child thrive in school and in life. Understood.org, because understanding is everything.
Brought to you by understood.org and the Ad Council.
You are tuned in to BeExposedRadio.com.
So we were talking about critical thinking. So we definitely believe that critical thinking is one of the first things we need to start implementing, not just simply being told things. Or how about this? You know, we tend to listen to people who get assigned certain positions.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? So when they have certain positions, we tend to think that it's truth attached to that because of their position, right?
Right.
Is that always the case, though?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
It's probably one of the biggest reasons we should be doing some critical thinking.
Yes, yes, I agree. I definitely.
Driving has a rhythm all its own. Don't wreck it with a text. Before you get behind the wheel, silence your phone. Or better yet, designate a texter. For more text-free driving tips, visit stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration.
Green light. Hey girl, school zone. I'm getting hungry. Car changing lanes. You want to meet me for pizza? Stop sign. Intersection clear. Yeah, street. Pizza sounds good. Ball-in street? Girl-in street!
It's hard to concentrate on two things at once, like texting and driving. Stop the text, stop the wrecks. How will you stop texting and driving? Tell us at stoptextstoprex.org. Brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration and the Ad Council.
Just a Bit Outside radio show.
There is one glaring stat that I read about while watching the games over the weekend.